All right, guys, we are back. And what I want to do, I promised some people in my channel and in my class, I would show them how I would kind of do a recording on how to re-enter trades. Okay. And I'm hoping that this short video will be able to do that. Now, why am I talking about re-entry of trades? It's because sometimes could get into a trade prematurely, and it does happen even to me sometimes. And then you get knocked out, and then you're like, oh my god, just lost some money. So obviously your psychology is messed up a bit. And then as you're still thinking, oh my god, I'm depressed, the market continues to move in the original direction you had anticipated, and then goes and hits your stop loss. I mean your take profit, sorry. And then you feel even worse than you felt before because now you're like, I missed that. So usually I tell people, like, if, for example, especially in my signals group where I give signals and I give a trade and it hits stop loss prematurely, or maybe my entry was not on point, always go back to the chart and look at potential for entry. So how I do that is very simple on a personal note. So let's say, for example, anticipated that gold would sell. Okay. So I took an early sell, and what informed my early sell was possibly, could be many things. I probably looked on this other side here and I was like, okay, fine, this is probably a good level. So I'm like, okay, I'm thinking if gold breaks down at this level, I'm gonna sell. Okay, so I'll be like, okay, I won't sell immediately. What I'll do is I will sell on a retest. So what we see happening is technically, so from here to here, we have a bit of the trading range happening here. So I'll be like, when my price comes back into this range, possibly at the quarter level, okay, I've taken my sell, or maybe I entered early, then it pushed back, or okay, fine, whatever. I come in here, I actually take it here, and I start at this level here. When price is pushing down, I put a sell stop. I'm like, okay, let's sell. And then we sell for a bit, and my target is this level here. So I'm targeting what? Taking a long trade. So I'm targeting, that's quite a bit. I'm targeting like about 300 pips. Okay, maybe usually I target about 200. So let's say I target 200 pips around here at the 17, let's say 1750 zone, 1750 area. Now, I'm away, right? From my laptop, I put my stop loss just above the previous high around here because I got in here. Okay, let me show you where I got in. So I got in on this candlestick here, as it was breaking to the downside after the retest into this range. So I put my stop loss just above here. So I'm like, okay, let me jump in here. I put my stop loss, and then what do? I walk away, and I leave my take profit at let's say 200 pips around here. And then I'm busy with my day, and then this is around, okay, I usually don't read these hours of the night, but this is 10:20 p.m. Asian time. And then I go to bed because I'm thinking, yeah, this trade will just go. But then what happens is, while I'm asleep, okay, maybe not while I'm asleep, let's say at some point, let's say here, at 10 a.m. when I will get onto my chart London session, I forget to close this trade at 97 pips, whatever it is. And I'm like, no, I'm very double sure this price is gonna go down. But then guess what? It reverses and then it goes and hits my stop loss. Now, how do I take a re-entry? First of all, okay, when it formed this high here, my assumption is that it's going to go and take out that high, this high here. So once I see that happening, I come and find it has happened. All I'm seeing is it's still in this range. Okay, it's still in this range here. it has failed to push up. So I'm still thinking we are going to keep on selling. And I get a confirmation with this bearish engulfing candle here. And I'm like, I want to sell at the same zone. Okay. Now, why have I done that? It's because one, this high took out this previous high. So I know this is basically a manipulation candle to do just that. And then it's consolidated for a while, but then as it's consolidating after taking out these previous highs, it has been forming lower highs, lower highs. So when I see that already, it's a confirmation for me that we are actually still selling, okay? And if you look at the retest into the range, it barely made it halfway. Like if I put my fib here, I guess I'm looking at, it barely made it back to the 50%. It hit the 50% zone here and then it dropped. Okay, and it continued forming lower highs. So had it come to this, 50 and above, I'd probably be like, okay, fine, let's look, maybe the trend is changing. But it's way below the 50% on the fib. Even without the fib, if I just look at this range here, there's a range here. Okay, it's hardly gotten to the midpoint of that range. So for me, I look at that and I'm like, okay, this is a sell, lower highs. And then we come back here. Now, if I'm still nervous about entering at the same level, I can wait for a retest and we can see it broke through, came back into the range and then formed a bearish engulfing. So if you're those people who wait for candlesticks and everything to give you, because you're like, I'm too scared to get in here, you can get in there. It's a perfect zone to enter at the same level where you entered initially before you got stopped out. And then you can see this is a nice clean drop. Okay, and it hits your 200 pips clean. So that's how I look at re-entries. I will be like, okay, did my price when it hit my stop loss break past my zone? No. When it did, this was a manipulation candle. And then what followed subsequently were indications that price was still pushing lower. And then I saw more price action. I saw this bearish engulfing, and bang, I'm down. If I look at it from this rally to the upside, okay, please note that this is just a purge of liquidity up here. So it's rallying to the upside. And when it's rallying, it forms, this push here before the rally. Now this here for me is coincides with my entry zone. So even if I just put like a zone there, I'm like, this is actually a really nice breakout zone, okay? Because it's breaking out past this zone before the rally to the top. So you could have entered here, or you could have entered, if you are now used to this, you could have entered at this zone as well. So this could have been the first entry. And if you look at it, this is a key level here. It's a bearish key zone or key level. So I don't know if that is making sense, but that's basically how I scaled into re-enter trades. And then once you see this push down, you can even get into multiple positions. So if you put, like if I wanted, like the price rallied to the downside, I could have easily taken my fib down. Okay, so let's say I entered here, swing high, the swing low, and then as it's retesting into that zone, I take another sell to the downside. And I would have probably grabbed another, let's see, I would have probably grabbed another 80 pips. Cool. And what we see is it actually went all the way down to my 100% fib. So I hope that makes sense. If not, just watch it again slowly, take notes, and try and practice that on demo. I'll probably do another one later on in the week. Maybe try and break it down a bit further, how you can take the entries. But for now, that's it, guys. And yeah, see you soon. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. But yes, before you leave, please smash that like button, subscribe, share, comment, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.